Namaste, Coven. Welcome back to the mat and welcome to this brand new practice. My name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. Today, thank you so much for meeting me here and for allowing me to guide you through today's 25-minute yoga for anxiety practice. So this is going to be a really soulful, slow flow, looking at kind of finding space in the body, recognizing our boundaries both physically and emotionally, and just kind of taking ourselves away from any intrusive thoughts, any emotions that don't serve us, and bringing it back into this present moment, the place where true happiness exists. So for today, you're going to get yourself nice and cozy, maybe light some candles, put on your favourite music, grab yourself a cup of tea, and when you're ready, Coven, I'll meet you back here in just a moment so we can flow to rid ourselves of anxiety. Okay, so to begin today's practice, you're going to come straight away into a child's pose. So bring in the big toes to touch, take the knees wide and relax the body down. I'm going to light my sage for today's practice, just coming into the sacred space with positivity, with healing, with love. Cleansing it of any negative emotions, anything that doesn't serve us, that we don't need or bringing us harm. If you work with sage, my loves, you might choose to light it now. But if not, don't worry. I'm sending this sacred smoke all the way from my mat to yours. As all together we take a beautiful deep inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale all the way out. Starting to focus on your breath. The journey your breath takes. Maybe recognizing if it's sitting just in the top of the lungs, or if you're able to get it all the way to the base of the belly, feeling that belly rise and feeling the belly fall. Allowing yourself to rest here in child's pose for a few moments longer. Like I said, today as a collective coven, we're going to work through a really soulful, slow flow. Looking at bringing ourselves away from kind of the depths of the mind, bringing it back into the body, into this present moment, and just kind of realigning those chakras, resetting the spirit. So maybe you want to start welcoming in those healing vibes by flipping the palms up towards the sky, starting to draw in the energy of the sun and of the moon. As once more we take a deep inhale through the nose and a slow exhale all the way out. Maybe giving yourself a little massage, opening up that third eye by rolling it from left to right. My apologies if the microphone is picking up this storm we are having here in Pembrokeshire today. Maybe you can hear the wind whistling through my very old doorway. So just embrace these cozy little autumn vibes. Beautiful. From here, we're going to flip those palms back into the mat and move on to those fingertips, almost like we're creating kind of little spider legs here. Inhale through the nose. And on your exhale, you're going to walk those hands as far over to the left-hand side of your mat as you can go. Getting a beautiful stretch on the right-hand side of the body. Inhale, we walk those hands through center. Exhale, send it over to the right hand side. Beautiful. Inhale, walk those hands to the center, release the palms to the mat. And we're going to connect with the earth now by pressing into the palms. Roll the body first to tabletop and then tuck those toes under. Take the hip bones to the sky and meet me in your downward facing dog. Beginning to pedal out those legs, bending one knee, bending another. Maybe it's your first down dog today. Maybe it's your first down dog in a while. It doesn't matter. Start bringing yourself to the mat, taking any wiggles of the hips, those ankles, the neck. Beautiful. Before we bring our downward facing dog into stillness, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, tuck that last rib in and push the hip bones higher to the sky. Feeling that grounding connection with the earth beneath you, bowing low to the heavens, connecting heaven to earth. We're going to hold this down dog for 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Inhale. On your exhale, we're gently going to shuffle the big toes to touch and sweep the right leg to the sky. Point those toes. Inhale through the nose. On your exhale, draw that right knee to the right wrist and step the foot just outside of the right hand, lowering that back knee down and untucking the toes here. Coming into our lizard pose by shuffling the left leg back a little bit and moving onto the side of the right foot. Keeping this chest lifted, open up the heart. If you need a couple of blocks underneath the hands, that's absolutely fine. Find them here. If you'd like to go a little bit further with this lizard stretch, then you tuck the back toes under, lift up and start to move forwards and back. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. We lower that back knee to the mat and we're going to wiggle the right foot between the thumbs. Lift those tippy toes up and move to our half split by extending that front leg. But here we're going to leave left hand down. I'm going to pull the right arm all the way up to the sky. Gaze follows the fingertips. Hold 3. Hold 2. Beautiful. On your 1, bend back into that front knee, shuffle the left hand forward, and we're going to send that right arm all the way behind. If you have bound lizard, bend the back knee and catch the foot here. Inhale. Exhale, release the right foot down and frame the front foot. Lift the back leg up and take as much steps as you need to bring yourself to the top of the mat, bending the knees, finding the elbows. And just relax this body in ragdoll, finding a really soothing sway from side to side. Letting the weight of the world drop off those shoulders. Beautiful. On your inhale, sweep the hands to the shins, we gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat and we're going to step back with that left leg. Lower the back knee down. Untucking the toes, shuffle your way into Anjanasana, your low lunge, by sweeping those arms first to the sky. Belly button comes in, find that connection with your solar plexus. Beautiful movements. And then from here, keeping that balance, we're going to find the elbows behind the back, roll the shoulders away from the ears and take the gaze to the sky. Now you can intensify it or soften this pose as much as you like. If you want to keep it soft, then just stay here, maybe taking the gaze forward. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, then lift that front heel up and start to send the body back. Keeping that breath steady, we want to release the heart chakra, release any built up emotion going on here. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release that front heel down. Release the hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes under and once again, step to the top of the mat. This time, bend the knees and vertebrae by vertebrae, roll the body all the way up to standing. Sweeping those arms first up and overhead in prayer. And then bringing them to heart center. Now from here, we're going to bring a little bit of balance into our practice. Now, balance poses are a beautiful way to kind of bring yourself back into this present moment, as all you're focused on is staying rooted. So, 2 ways we can do this. The first, if a prayer pose resonates with you, you can keep those hands in prayer. If you'd like to follow me and transition to a lotus mudra, you're going to keep the pinkies and the thumbs touching and open up the fingers. Shift your weight to that right leg. And we simply bring the left heel to rest on that right ankle. Toes connect to the mat. If you'd like to go a little bit further, then maybe you bring this foot to the calf. But letting your gaze soften on a focus point just in front of you. If you wobble or fall, it doesn't matter. Pick yourself back up, my darlings. You got this. Letting that breath flow through you like wind rustling through the leaves of the tree. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Now on your exhale, release the left foot down and we immediately bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins, gaze forwards. Exhale, plant those hands down and we step back to reset in downward facing dog, holding our down dog in stillness. Tuck the last rib in, push those hip bones higher to the sky. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, shuffle the big toes to touch. Sweep the left leg nice and high to the sky. Point those tippy toes. Inhale. Exhale, draw that right knee, left knee to that left wrist and step the foot outside of the hand. Lower that back knee down and shuffle your way back into a lizard pose, recognizing now the boundaries of your body. If one side of your body feels a little bit more open than the other. Keep the heart lifted. Hold it here. Holding 3, 2. If you want to go a bit further, lift the back leg up and start to take a few movements forwards and backwards, finding that upper body strength. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Lower that back knee down and we wiggle left foot between the thumbs. Transition your way to half split by flexing the front foot and extend the leg. Right hand stays down. Let's pull this left arm all the way up to the sky. Gaze towards those fingers. Remember, use the blocks if you need. Use any support. Ooh, I'm wobbly. Inhale. Exhale. Bend into that front knee, frame the front foot, and let's step all the way to the top of the mat. Finding the elbows, bend the knees. Gently sway in ragdoll. On your inhale, hands to the shins, gaze forwards. Beautiful. Exhale, plant the hands down. This time we step back with the right leg and lower the knee to the mat. Find your way to Anjaneyasana, low lunge. First, finding that balance. Bring that belly button in And then take hold of the opposite elbow behind the back. Remember, stay here gazing forward, or if you'd like to explore, you can lift the front heel up and take the gaze higher. Keeping that pranayama flowing, that life force. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Lower that front heel down. Gently release the hands to frame the front foot. Let's find our way back to the top of the mat by lifting the back leg up. Step all the way forwards, and vertebrae by vertebrae, we roll the body to standing. Beautiful movements. First, taking those arms up and overhead in prayer, and then bringing them to heart center. Let's balance out and find our tree pose to the other side. Again, if prayer resonates with you, then you can keep those hands in prayer, thumbs touching the sternum. If you'd like to explore lotus mudra, that healing mudra, you can keep the pinky and the thumbs touching and open up the fingers. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, find your focus point, and shift your weight to that left leg. Bring the right heel to that left ankle. If it feels good, you can slide that foot up to the calf. Remember, if you wobble, it does not matter. Bring yourself back. Five more breaths. Beautiful. We inhale. On your exhale, release the right leg down, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins, gaze forwards. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back and reset in downward facing dog, sending those hip bones high to the sky. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out. Before all together, we inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and gently release them to the mat, shuffling your way to tabletop. From here, we're going to slide left hand forward and we're going to thread the right arm underneath, coming to rest on the side of the head here, kind of relaxing the upper body in our thread the needle pose. Inhale, press into the left hand, roll the body through tabletop, and then let's switch our thread the needle to the other side. Beautiful, press into the right hand, bring yourself back to tabletop, and from here we're going to take a few spinal movements, finding a little bit of freedom, a little bit of fun. Maybe you take some cat-cows by inhaling to drop that chest and exhaling to curve. Maybe you take just a few little wiggles. Beautiful. Just anything to relax that spine. No right or wrong answers. Beautiful. Before we bring the spine to a neutral position, cross those ankles behind us and let's move in to a seated pose here. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can extend the legs or sit on top of that block. But following me, we inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, take a twist over to the left-hand side, right hand, left knee, keeping that spine lovely and long here. Option to wrap this left arm behind as if you're searching for that right thigh. Inhale and tangle the left arm, reaching both up and overhead. And then exhale, take this twist to the other side. Beautiful. Gently relax the body into the center. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and we simply drop chin to chest and take a few half moon circles by drawing that chin up to one shoulder, moving and taking it in the other. Beautiful. Gently bringing that head back into the center. You can stay here in a seated pose, or if it feels more comfortable to you, you can take your Shavasana by coming to lie all the way flat on your back. Any pose that feels comfortable to you, but closing the eyes, shuffle your way into a comfortable position. Honouring our practice, honouring our mind with the most important pose of them all, our Shavasana. Maybe recognising how much we've quietened the mind after our movements. How much we've relaxed our soul, welcoming in peace and healing. And once again, closing this circle, closing this practice by burning some gorgeous sage, cleansing our souls, cleansing our space. Releasing anything that weighs us down or no longer serves us. And welcoming in everything that we deserve, everything that we desire, and anything and everything that's going to help heal our hearts. Maybe if you're listening to some music, you allow your thoughts to float away with the rhythm of the song. Maybe if you're relaxing in silence, you start to get lost in the natural rhythm of your breath. Giving ourselves 10 more breaths to release, to relax, and to reset. before all together we inhale and we slowly exhale. Beginning to bring a little bit of movement back to the fingers, to the toes, before bending the knees to the chest and slowly allowing ourselves to float to one side of our mat, keeping the eyes closed and the head heavy as we find our way gently into a comfortable seated position. Once you've found your way here, let's bring the palms together and begin to rub these palms, finding our magic, our energy, our heat. Rubbing them faster and faster. Before taking them over the eyes, feeling the warmth, the magic that we hold within us, and blinking our eyes open. Closing this class by releasing the hands to prayer and bowing head to heart with gratitude towards ourselves for dedicating time to our well-being, sending gratitude to those who joined us for their healing energy and their support. And as always, Coven, from me to you, from the bottom of my heart, thanking you so much for allowing me to guide you through today's 25-minute yoga for anxiety practice. Just a reminder that we don't have to spend hours and hours on the mat. We don't have to do crazy transitions, crazy moves to feel like we have connected with the spirit and we've connected with the true meaning of yoga. It is one of my favorite ways to release my anxiety is by finding a little bit of movement, maybe by finding a power flow, or maybe by finding one pose and staying there for a long, long time. But anyway, thanking you so much for joining me on the mat today. If you are new here, don't forget I do upload 3 brand new flows each week, completely free, and I also have a brand new membership area here on my YouTube called the COVEN, where I upload 2 one-hour flows each month. So you can find out more information about that in the description box below. But sending so much love, sending so much healing from my space to yours, and I hope to see you again here on the mat soon. Blessed be.